Hey guys, Qui-Gon Jake here, and welcome to our intro episode for the new Transport Fever 2 series of the 1970 diesels. For this intro, I just kind of wanted to showcase the differences that I've done in the map editing. I have not done like hardcore modeling and stuff like that, so I definitely don't want to make it seem like I've done that. But this was a generically generated map from the the Fantasia map generator, and it can come up with some really interesting designs. Some of them look really cool, like the city in the middle. Some of them look a little on the strange side, like this sheer cliff. But that is part of the fun. Is what I decided is that I will kind of work with the sometimes really just goofy landscape looking things. And instead of trying to make it hyper realistic, we're just gonna go with it. And I'll still make edits and modifications. Like I'm gonna transition this river line here to this. And not a lot has changed, obviously, but like adding some more trees to the river line, I think that does make a difference. And some of the other stuff I did was just setting up the road lines, and some of the industries are optimized. And by that, what I mean is some of them have some attention given to them to try to make them look a little more realistic. Others could use a bit of work, and still others are actually very optimized. I drew inspiration from this from Stephen Spry on the road connections all throughout a lumber, or not lumber, a foresting industry, because yeah, that makes sense. You need roads for vehicles to go there and chop the trees down. And then I did experiment with these advanced farms, trying to make them look pretty realistic. At least I think I've never worked on a farm, so I really don't know. I know they tend to be very circular or square, but I don't want to make them look too boring. But also like this quarry here, where it's very. I spent probably at least 15 to 20 minutes on this, getting this to look like this. So hopefully you guys think that looks good. But instead of hyper focusing on all the industries, trying to make them look as realistic as possible, I'm like, you know what? That's gonna take me till June to get all that even remotely done. So instead of that, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do some basic edits, Riverline, a few industries to get some ideas on how I want to do it. And then we'll just start the new series. And as I go, maybe I'll showcase how I edit them, and I'm open to suggestions or ideas that you guys have, tips, tricks, strategies on making industries look more realistic. Because again, I try to put industries closer or ideally in the cities, because that's typically where you find the end user products, is in the cities, not just spread out hither and thither all around the map. You see concentrations of industries because this is only capable of producing 400, and to be able to supply the map with iron ore is going to take a lot more than just 400. I think I've got some more iron mines over here. I have least amounts of coal, lots of timber, but I'm also working with a mod that changes the requirements for the end user products to include multiple different resources, to kind of encapsulate the whole process of building those resources, or not resources, building those products. So you've got, like I just showed off, I think that was a fuel depot. The machine factory requires all of this or all of this in order to make 3 machines. So it'll make the series rely very heavily on the ability to ship freight to and from all of these raw resources to all the intermediate industries like lumber mills and oil refineries, and then shipping those products to the end user, like this packaging plant. Or I should think even the packaging plant's not an end user. Yeah, the goods factory requires all these resources to make goods. So I think it'll make, this is the big emphasis on the think. I think this will make for a very interesting, dynamic, flowing rail line, especially for freight. So that's the plan there. So this is just an episode to kind of give you a brief overview of the map and what I want to do for the industries versus what I have done, showcasing off a few things that I'm proud of. And we'll get started here momentarily. So thank you guys so very much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next episode of our brand new series. Bye-bye.